Hi, this is the video for Thursday, December the 3rd for 11th grade English, and I'm going to talk you through what we do today. So it's a review day. There's no new stems. Instead, there's a Common Lit quiz. There's actually two quizzes. We're going to do one together in class, and I'll do it on this video so that you can hear my thinking, hear the way these quizzes are structured to really help you do better. And then I'm assigning one for independent work. I've disabled the short answers, so everything we do today will be multiple choice. It's a chance today to catch up. This is what we did this whole week. We read all of chapter 6, so if you've not done that, then really you just need to finish chapter 6. And then these are the 3 stems that we've done this week. Again, there's no stem today. Instead, you're going to be taking this quiz. So there's 2 quizzes. There's Manifest Destiny, I Do Believe, and then there's Traveling West. We are going to do Manifest Destiny, I Do Believe together on this video and then in class. If you're doing this video and weren't in class, you can still get the answers by listening to me explain them. And then I want you to do Traveling West by yourself. Again, there's no short answers. And you should find that it doesn't take as long as a result. So let's go ahead and finish Manifest Destiny, I Do Believe together. You can see this is me just tracking who's completed it and who hasn't. All of this is about westward expansion, and that's no accident. I wanted to quiz you on this after we've covered a lot of the content. For this particular text, I've enabled the guiding questions, and so I'm going to click on those as we go just to check and see if you feel like you're understanding it as we talk. This is a historical fiction, so it's not real, but it's pretending that it's written in the past. Dear Emily, this is farewell, dear friend. My family and I set out tomorrow, out past the horizon to see what waits for us in the west. Will there be gold? Will there be trouble? Will there be some place we can call home? Truly, I am terrified, but I know it is the will of President Polk and of God for us to spread as far as we can. So we will follow that setting sun to our destiny. We are going into territory that no one has gone before. I don't just mean the well you and I explored when we were young, dear Emily. No white people have set foot on the path we're about to take. A pioneer, after all, is someone who explores a country for the very first time. Yes, those Indians were here first, but we do not think of them as Christians. Not yet, anyway. Question 1. The speaker thinks it is God's plan for white people to find diamonds? No, she hasn't said anything about diamonds, so no. It is the speaker's thought that Indians are Christians who are destined to explore with whites? Maybe. She doesn't really say they're going to explore with whites. I'm going to leave that. God does not want white people to explore countries in the West. It is not that. She kind of thinks that God definitely wants her to. And lastly, Indians need white people to teach them to be Christians. That is what she seems to think. That answer is correct. So these questions just help verify my thinking as I read. Back to the reading. Some people try and kill every Indian they see, but you know me, I am a woman of God. They have blood flowing through their veins just like any other person. That blood can be blessed. I'm a missionary, and it is my goal to bring anyone I can into the light of Christianity. I've seen the Indians with their wives and their children. They seem like they can be good people. They are good hunters, for sure, better than my husband even, but don't tell him I said that. I know in my heart that these Indians deserve God's forgiveness like the rest of us. What makes me so daring to go into the dark, you ask? I know that I will have God's help. Manifest Destiny says that God has chosen us to take over this country, all the way to the coast. This means we are meant to overcome everything that gets in our way, be that wars, or bad terrain, or Indians. Nothing will stand in the way of the pioneers settling this great new land of ours. At least, I hope not. Question 2. Which of the following best describes Manifest Destiny? She just said Manifest Destiny, so that should be in the text. The destiny of white people to ask Indians for permission to settle their land? No, I don't see anything about permission here. Indians believed they were sinners, and it was their destiny to be Christians. I don't see her giving Indians much of a voice at all. I don't believe it's that one either. The belief that white people were sent from God to take land from Indians? Maybe. Yeah. White people believed that it was their destiny to honor the Indians' religion. No, they did. She doesn't seem to think that at all. So I'm going to say C. Good. It's correct. Back to the reading. It's dark out there. There are no maps showing us where to go. Dangers could wait around every corner. But as the pioneers bravely march into this new mysterious places, we carry with us a light. We carry the light of civilization, man's most advanced state of society. The wild land will become fields of crops. The Indians will become Christian. The darkness will become light, at least in our eyes. Please keep me in your prayers as my husband, Sarah, and I set out into the darkness. I have faith in manifest destiny. The pioneers were meant to bring the light of civilization to this land. As missionaries, my husband and I will bring the word of God to the Indians, if they will have us. Really, Emily, I would have no confidence in myself were it not for God's guiding hand. I know that this is his goal, to bring the pioneers to the far sea, but to tell you the truth, I am afraid. I'll write you often and let you know if God's work is unfolding. Love, Cordelia. All right, question 3. Which of the following best describes Cordelia, the speaker? She believes she needs to do evil things to Indians? No, I don't think she thinks that she's evil. She seems to think she's quite good. She believes she needs to change the Indians? Yes, she does seem to believe that. She believes she needs to run away from Indians? No. She says nothing about running away. She believes she needs to learn the ways of Indians. She's not that interested in learning about them. She's mostly interested in changing them to be Christian. So, C, correct. Okay, so those guiding questions help make sure that you understand it. And if you wrote the wrong one, it would correct you. So let's go to the assessment questions together. First, it says, Part A, which of the following statements best identifies the central theme of the text? So, we've got 4 options here. I always read all of them. You never know. You might select one that's okay, but there might be a better one. God first created the land for Indians, but then decided to give Americans control because he preferred their civilization. You know, it might be that one, but I'm going to keep reading. God has given Americans the will to spread Christian American civilization from coast to coast. Ooh, I like that one more than A because it's got the word Christian in it, and that seems to be a huge part of Cordelia's plan here. C, it is guaranteed that missionaries will bring Christianity to American Indians, and Cordelia does not want to miss the opportunity to help. She doesn't really say it's guaranteed. That word is stopping me. Instead, she sees herself as really important to the cause, and that it might fail. So I don't think it's C. D, pioneers are more likely to succeed if they are also missionaries, because then God has blessed them. She's proud to be a pioneer, but she doesn't seem to be at all doing this because she wants to be a successful pioneer. She seems to really identify as a Christian missionary. And so I'm going to say it's B. And it is B. I know that because of the answer key, but the answer is B. Next, what 2 phrases from the text best support the answer to part A? Okay, so there's going to be 2 answers here, and that's tricky. A, I know it is the will of President Polk and of God for us to spread as far as we can. I like that because it's capturing both how they felt like their government, America, was destined to do this, but then also God is in there. So I'm thinking that might be one of them. B, yes, those Indians were here first, but we do not think of them as Christians. Maybe. I don't know that it's this because she doesn't really ever say, yes, those Indians were here first. She doesn't seem that interested in the fact that they were settling this land first. She says, we are going into territory no one has gone before. She kind of keeps forgetting the Indians have been there. So I don't think it's B. That's not the main idea. C, I know in my heart these Indians deserve God's forgiveness like the rest of us. Yeah, she does. I mean, that is main in a way. She wants to convert them, and she believes this is the heart of the conversion. But it's really about spreading across the land, too. And then, let's see, D, Manifest Destiny says God has chosen us to take over this country all the way to the coast? I think that's probably it as well, because it's in the title. I mean, Manifest Destiny defined here suggests that's a really good central theme. E, the wild land will become fields of crops, the Indians will become Christian, the darkness will become light. Yeah, that could be a good idea for the main idea, but it doesn't really capture this concept of manifest destiny. And lastly, I would have no confidence in myself were it not for God's guiding hand. It's more of a personal reflection than the main idea of what this whole thing is saying. So the correct answers are A and D. Okay, so the last question, because number 5 is a short answer, we're not going to do that one. The last question is, how does the speaker's point of view most influence how the events are described in the letter? So how does the speaker's point of view, meaning what is the tone? The tone of the writer is the tone of the speaker. Does Cordelia make her plans seem easy and exaggerated, frightening and ill-fated, brave and necessary, or silly and unnecessary? The answer is C. I want to offer one trick. All 3 of these, A, B, and D, they're negative, and C is positive. And because of that, I know that it's C, even if I don't really understand the text, because I know that this is positive in its tone, and so I'm looking for the one positive one, which is C. Okay, so hopefully in watching this video you were able to get all of those right, since I went over the answers with us, and that hopefully just helped you hear the thinking behind how to achieve the right answer, and we did that as a class. Now I want you to do it on your own. This one, Traveling West, it's only a couple multiple choice questions. There's no short answer. It can be found on Common Lit, so if you're on Common Lit, just click and find Traveling West, and it will tell me when you've completed. Or you could link it from the agenda here. And that is your homework for the weekend. No STEM today. Thank you.